Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee. Happy Friday on this December month of 2021. Today is 12/10, and that is, and I say this because of what's coming up, but that is a day of 4. The numbers 12/10 add up to 4, and the breath map card starts out with a breathing exercise about 4s. So, when I asked for the guide to come in, that was the most loving, the easiest for me to channel, and the most appropriate. Archangel Chamuel came in, and Chamuel is all about love. And when you feel like things are out of control, out of your control, which seems to be a lot right now for many of us, things all over the world, things are just out of control. Call on Archangel Shamul. He is all about love, all about soothing and taking care of you. And so, use what is available to you to help you get through rough times. December alone, the holidays, if nothing else was going on in the world, this is a time that can be very difficult for many of us. And so call on Archangel Samuel and know that you have every right and every ability to be there with him, and ask them, to come in. So the breath map card for today is all about breathing. Oh, go figure. But it's about a 4 type of breathing. Because breath is born pure, it naturally separates out impurities and looks for the secret places in your energy field. Your breath is gathering these up and decoding them into a bouquet of light. So, searching out, your breath pulls together the glitches and transforms them into a bouquet if you want it to be. It is the Flower of Life card that talks about the breathing of 4. But this is a great one to start with because you breathe in, I feel, breathing out, worthy. I feel worthy, and so many people do not feel worthy of any number of things in their life. And have another sip of coffee here just because it's so good. It's so weird. I'm doing the landscape view again because I like to watch those videos better on YouTube. So I'm choosing that, but then the place I have to look is in a very different spot. Also can't see me, which is probably not a bad idea. So the Flower of Life card says meditation of 4. This is printed in red. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4. Pause for a count of 4. Repeat 4 times. Then open your eyes. Do this 4 times a day, and within 4 days, you will start to feel lighter. The vibration of 4 invokes a feeling of retreat, order, and balance. So today is a 4-day. Retreat, order, and balance. In as much as you can get to a place of retreat, could be your bathtub, could be your front porch, could be by the river, could be in your car driving somewhere. Get to a place of retreat. Just like a square, this is built upon, it is just like, this is a very difficult card to see. Just like a square, all that is built upon it is evenly distributed. 4 inspires you to clean up your foundations, your beliefs, and your fears, not by getting rid of them, but by creating something new. Focus upon what feels good, and all your negative vibrations fall away from lack of attention, and your highest path magically reveals itself. So this breath map card says, I feel worthy. And this is telling you 4 times a day, breathe, just breathe up 4, breathe out 4, hold it out 4. Do this 4 times a day. One other variation is breathe up 4, hold it 4, breathe out 4, hold it out for, and repeat 4 times. This is you taking charge of your energy, taking charge of what's going on. Another term for this is box breathing. And in the company I'm in with Joya, our founder started learning mindfulness and wellness. He was in a very high stress situation in his life, which he'd created, was at risk for losing his family and all of that, found box breathing, and realized there was a different way to approach life and wellness and the truth about everything in life from a place of your personal energy, your personal power. This box breathing and this breathing of 4 is one way to take charge of things for yourself and to allow your energy to shift by your choice. Another way not to be under the circumstances, a way to take charge of the circumstances. So, Archangel Chamuel is here to remind you of how much you are loved, to be called upon when you feel like things are out of your control, and the tool of the box breathing to the count of 4 is huge. Think about, when you're doing that, something that makes you happy. As a grandmother, I get to think about my granddaughters because they always make me happy. But there are a number of things. Get to a place today, if you can, and this weekend, to a place of retreat. Like I said, take a beautiful bath. Put candles around it. If you can drop some oil in it, drop some oil, some Epsom salt. Nurture you, take care of you, love you. The next card that came up was this beautiful 3 of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Take time to take the next step. So you want to do all your planning. You want to do all your manifesting from a time or a place of higher vibration. Take time to get there and then think about what you want. What are you creating? What do you want to create in life? What does that look like for you? And many times the hows are not even something we can begin to understand. And I always say the how isn't my business. My business is to be open, willing, and ready to receive those hints, the guidance, to be pulled up to that 30,000 foot view, the more, the bigger picture, to become the observer. When you become the observer of your life, you take yourself out of the fray of all the emotion and upheaval, and you get a bigger picture. And that I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready is absolutely a way to do that, to ask to be given the insights, the inklings, the understandings you need to move forward. So get today to a place of retreat, for even if it's just for 5 minutes. Focus on something that brings you joy. And if you have something you're working towards, focus then on that. What does that look like? How many people does that get to impact? Because I know most of you are helpers. You want to create more joy, more love, more ease, more peace, more health in the world. So what does that look like for you? Get there for just a few minutes every day. Do the box breathing to bring your physical, emotional, and spiritual back into a quiet alignment. And then get outside or get somewhere into a place of retreat, because there's so much prosperity and abundance available right now for us that, and it becomes very easy to focus on all the turmoil, all the tension, all the upset that is going in the world. But, we, as Archangel Samuel guides us, we can't do anything about a lot of it. We can attend to our own vibration. We can attend to changing our vibration to bring it to a higher place so that we are sharing a higher vibration. And certainly in the upheaval of interpersonal relationships, I listened to one quick YouTube by a woman, I can't remember her name, I believe her first name is Jane. She does these very simple YouTube videos. I would say she's probably a philosopher, but she was out and about yesterday and she heard someone say, well, then let them die if they're going to make that choice. It's better off. The world needs fewer people anyway. And the judgment that brought came from what she, pointed out, from a place of fear and pain. And that is what we keep getting whipped up into. The newest variant of this thing we've been dealing with for a couple years is mild. It's nothing. And yet again, the money brokers are running after, oh, you have to get an extra poke. You've got to get more because to protect you from this, which is basically nothing. It is, again, just another aspect to whip us into fear. So it is an incredible thing to take charge of your own energy and allow yourself to be guided by that inner light and by your higher powers. The next card that came up was Deceit in reverse. There's going to be a lot more clarity about things that have been going on, things that are unfolding in the truth of the world, not just the US, not just your local town, not just your family, but in the world. The time of the deception is coming to an end. Things are unfolding. We're going to be seeing more about the whole aspect of what's been happening. And, for many people who have been waiting for this, they believe it's like, oh, and then things will be so good. And the truth is, the unfolding of all of this difficult stuff is going to make things a lot more difficult for a while. There's going to be a lot of upheaval and dissension. So you taking charge of your own energy, the breathing, the 4x4, the bringing Archangel Chamuel in to guide you through, whatever it is you're going through, and any other guides, the companions to help you. Call on the angels by the characteristic you need at that moment. Again, we get that rest and rejuvenation. It is now time for you to take care of your physical body, to take care of your mental and emotional, because that's really where we're living. Regardless of what we believe, we are in the physical and emotional aspect because that's the human aspect. That's what we came to learn through. So honor that. Do your best to do some rest and rejuvenation. For me, that's going to be honestly a challenge for the next few days. I've got my older granddaughters tonight, then all the granddaughters and their family are coming tomorrow. It's cookie decorating day, which is always fun, but it's a lot of work from start to finish. And then the next day I'm in an event, and I love them, but again, rest and rejuvenation is going to have to happen in increments. I choose that because it makes me stay in a place of greater balance. And that's really what we want to bring in. The other aspect of that video I was talking to you about was, was people's perception is that we are separate, and we are so not. The virus taught us that. We are connected in every way possible. That was a very physical manifestation of how connected we are as a world. But we are connected in all our emotions. We are feeling. That's the other reason people are irritable and hateful acting and reacting, is because they're feeling that collective energy. And we want to take charge of our energy to be that counterbalance, more peaceful energy, more light. That doesn't mean we're any better. What it means is we have some tools and we choose to stay in a place of greater harmony within. That is what we then share without. It goes out and it bumps into other people's energy field, helps their energy field to adjust to a higher vibration. But it takes a conscious effort from us continuously. So know that. Rest and rejuvenation, choosing your thoughts to be in a higher vibration, asking for the help you need, and always being open, willing, and ready to be guided by that help so that we can continue to be the light that brings in that different vibration so people aren't as brought down as low or as controllable as the media and the world governments want us to be. Call on the angel of strength very much. Look at that beautiful lion. Sometimes Our lives call for a need for greater strength to deal with everything that's going on. Some of us out there are struggling and in such pain for so many really valid reasons and are struggling to find their way. People are choosing to check out on a regular basis, especially young people. It is, the truth is, we all did not contract to be here during this incredibly amazing time we're going through. And letting them go doesn't mean it's any easier, because we may understand that. It is a difficult time in the world. It is a difficult time in history. We've got challenges we've never faced before. Stay connected. Stay in your knowing that you make a difference by your light. Certainly, if you come across someone you know that is having a difficult time, do your best to offer them something to elevate them in some way, to give them something to hold on to. And if you are someone who has lost someone by their choice, I'm just sending you comfort, love, ease in this journey with grief and sadness and guilt and all that goes with that. I can't even fathom. I can imagine. And all of you who have lost people that you love otherwise, know that that division between this world and that world, that veil is so thin. Talk to them. Tell them what you need to tell them, including your animal friends. Their little spirits were here. They are also there. Say what you need to say. I talk to my sister probably almost every day. And a lot of times what I tell her is, I miss you. I miss you. I miss those hugs. I miss the smartass that got me, that understood my humor. We all have that someone that is gone for us. But again, and it doesn't, it makes it better, but it doesn't make it easier always. Like I tell her, I said, I know you're there, but I want to feel you. I want to be able to go to your house for coffee. And it just isn't the same. But especially if you have things that are unsaid that you wished you had said to them, say it. Don't hesitate. They will get that message. And the last card today is it's time to take action. Great passion for a cause. Instinctively knowing just what to do. And certainly with what we just talked about, knowing when someone else is hurting and just being there. I was at an event the other night, and these energies coming in. Yesterday was a weird physical day for me, but for me, translates a lot physically into pain and just weird, different kind. And so I was at the event early and did some setting up and put on heels. Don't wear them very often for a reason. And after about 40 minutes, people were in groups visiting, and it was just wonderful. I sat down at one end of the table and just watched. Number one, I was hurting to a point that I just wanted to sit down, and out here I could see everyone and just enjoyed them enjoying one another. I saw two older gals that hadn't seen each other for a very long time. Oh, it was the most wonderful thing to watch them hug one another tightly and just let one another know how much they'd miss them. And anyway, one of the ladies came to me and put her arm, and she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes, yeah, I am." Because it seemed as though, maybe I just separated myself off from the group. And I did, but it was for a reason. And because, physically, I just needed to sit. And it was such a wonderful thing to have someone reach out to make sure I was okay in the evening. And that's what we want to do. Be open, willing, and ready to receive those taps on the shoulder for when you are needed in this world to reach out to someone. Do the 4x4 breathing. Nurture you so you do have something to give to someone else. Call on Archangel Chamuel. We are so thankful you were here today. And be the light you came to be as we go into this weekend. Rest, retreat, time to take action on promptings you get. And on that thing you want to bring into the world. Now is a great time to really put your energy behind manifesting that. Starts in your mind, comes out with words and feelings and beliefs, and then it becomes a tangible thing. So It is your time to really step up for you and for the world. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.